Hey beautiful people, I'm Sharon, also known as Mrs. Q. Welcome and thank you for joining me today, where I will be sharing with you a couple of items that I bought on Temu. So by now, many of you will be quite familiar with Temu popping up on the side of your screen, popping up in your ads when you're on the internet. And yeah, it's just absolutely everywhere. And I think it's taking over from the likes of AliExpress, Alibaba. And I think there probably was one other, but I can't for the life of me remember what the name of it was. I'm going to blame it on menopause right now. So the first item that I got is this jumpsuit. All of the items that I got are pretty much the exact same sort of fabric, the texture of it, the feel of it. I would say it's probably a bit of a polyester, cotton, viscose, some kind of blend that unfortunately is a bit hot. It's ever so slightly stretchy. It's not the worst or most uncomfortable material you could wear, but I will say that it's not great. And if you have high expectations, do not buy from Temu. You could possibly, maybe, I've not tried it just yet, but you could probably try and buy some more expensive pieces. This first one is a jumpsuit that I got for £10.48. I did also have a discount code, so it probably only came to about £8 odd. But anyway, it's this jumpsuit with adjustable spaghetti straps. It's in a kind of burgundy color with some blue leafy detail. It comes in a range from a small to an extra large. Small is an 8 and extra large is a 16. I will say it's not particularly roomy. One thing I found in it was that the length from the top of it to the crotch feels very short. I'm not particularly tall, I'm 5'6". So yeah, it did feel a bit short. I don't know if that was to do with the size of it, but yeah, it was quite short and I did kind of feel it pulling between my legs. It's not a great size, but I guess if you're smaller than me, it will fit you quite well. Not the most comfortable. I also did expect it to be a lot longer than it was, but it seems to come just above my ankle. So these were a little bit too short. So as I said at the beginning, these will definitely be, all of these pieces will be going back, but I thought it might be nice just to show you what they all look like. The leg is, however, very, very wide. And I do like that width. I think this is, what's it, like a palazzo kind of leg. It is really quite wide, but as I say, it's quite short. The inside leg isn't very long. I'm not sure if you can see that on the screen, but it's not very long, and the torso is very short. Good thing is it does have adjustable straps, so you can make it a bit longer in the torso, but I think these are pretty much, as you can see here, adjusted almost all the way down, and it's not going to go much further. Pulling that out all the way, it's going to drop way too low, and that's not going to be comfortable. I also did find that the bust was a little bit tight and flattening. I've not got the biggest bust. I'm a 36 double D, and I did feel that it was flattening my chest quite a bit. So definitely this is an absolute no-no, and it will definitely be going back. Before I go on to the next item, for accessories, I have carried this really cute little bag from Zara. It didn't originally look like this. It was a more of a kind of stone color, like a PVC fabric, but it did start chipping, so I literally just peeled it all off, and I really do like the color of it underneath and the fabric as well. I particularly like it because of this chain on the top. Sometimes when you don't know what accessories to wear, whether you're going to wear gold or silver, this is really nice because, as you can see here, it has both colors in the chain strap. Very easy to carry, and there is actually a detachable carry strap inside. Absolutely adore this cute little bag from Zara. The shoes I've worn are these wedges from Aldo. I've had these for a little while. Trying them on today. I'm not entirely sure if I am going to keep them because I did feel a little bit wobbly in them, but that said, I've not really been wearing heels very much for the last couple of months, but I have previously really enjoyed and liked wearing these shoes. They're very comfortable, nice high wedge with the weave detail. And then this is kind of like a nubuck suede fabric here, and just with the ankle strap tie. Another thing that I do have to mention is all of these items are straight out of the bag. I really didn't want to waste my time ironing them in case they didn't fit and in case I wasn't going to keep them. And as it turns out, I'm not going to keep them. Most of them didn't fit very well. And also the issue with ironing them is, you know, should anything happen to them, I wouldn't be able to return them. So I do apologize for any creasing and maybe them not hanging so well or looking as, you know, well dressed up as they could do. The next item I got is this halter neck jumpsuit. It was quite interesting. Yeah, it was nice to wear, but the neck did feel really tight. It's got these two little fussy buttons and a loop to fasten it at the back, and I absolutely hate these. They're fussy to do up and they always catch on my hair. And as I say, this really felt like it was choking and it was really like tight around my neck. Possibly could go up another size to see if that helps. Overall, I thought it did fit quite well. The pockets were in a super weird place. They were literally right down the side seam, and you almost felt like you were putting your hands in the pockets and they were a bit too far back. I guess if I were to keep it, I am actually going to maybe order it in a bigger size. If I do like it in a bigger size, I think I would probably just close the pockets and get rid of it altogether. The fabric is very much like the first one, just in a solid color black. Very nice wide leg again, as you can see here. And it was a very nice length, considering that I was wearing a pretty high wedge heel. I think maybe if I wore it with a lower shoe, it would actually drag on the floor a little bit, like how I like to wear really long trousers. Maybe if I wore it with a pair of trainers or a sandal, maybe a little mule with a short heel, it would look quite nice, just gliding along the ground. I guess there's not a lot to say about it. All of these items look so much better in the pictures on the models. I think the trick is to get a size which is maybe 1 or 2 sizes bigger than your actual UK dress size. This one goes up to an XXL, which is a size 18, and the one that I actually got is just an 18, which is an XL. Yeah, it's nice enough. Again, I did feel the torso was a bit short. Maybe it will feel a bit longer if I get a bigger size. Definitely another one that's going back. The other jumpsuit that I picked up before, I had really high hopes for this one. And I have to say, I actually don't mind it too much. The only thing that I did have issue with was it has these straps that are really quite stringy and twiny, and they can feel like they're pulling or cutting into the back of your neck. Again, it's some of these items probably need a bit of tweaking. If I were to keep this, I probably would have to change these halter neck straps. Other than that, the material felt slightly nicer than the other 2 jumpsuits. I really did like the length of it. It was the longest one, very wide leg again. And even with the wedge heels on, it was quite a nice length, very flowy. The pocket, it's got pockets on the side, which I really liked. It's open back with just a little bit of elastication over here. Actually, here is a label. So this is 95% polyester and 5% elastane. So again, polyester is going to be a material that is going to be quite hot. It's been a lovely day today, so I decided to try everything on outside, and it got really hot real quick. So I apologize if I look like I'm melting outside. One of the other things I liked about this was the bust. It's slightly less fabric, a bit more open. So I would probably say this is going to be more of a beach coverall, something for a very hot summer day. If you're going to the beach, you could probably wear your bikini top underneath or your swimsuit underneath, just to get a little bit more coverage on that neckline. But other than that, I have to say it's not that bad. It cost me Gosh, I should have had all this information ready already, but it's been a while. So this cost me £13.89. Again, I did have a voucher for it, so I don't think it came to more than about 11.50, maybe 12 quid. The final piece that I ordered, and the one that I was actually the most excited about, is this little play suit. It is, I didn't realize that it was an infinity play suit until it actually arrived. So by infinity, it has these really long straps which allow you to tie it in what they refer to as an infinite amount of ways. I mean, obviously there's only so many ways you can tie it, but I think you could probably tie this in at least 20 to 30 different ways. It's a very popular style. The infinity, you can tie it, you can wear it as a halter neck, you can wear it as a kind of vest style, you can wear it as a boob tube kind of style. So many different ways of wearing it. The only issue that I had with it is that because it's a play suit, you're going to tie it up, and every single time you go to the bathroom, you're going to have to untie it and redo it again. And that is just too much, way too much for me. I don't have time for that unless I tie it in a very simple style like how I've tied it here. I've just tied it basically over the shoulders, crisscross around the back, and then tied at the side. As you can see, there's not a lot of fabric, and there should really be more fabric on it because there's a lot of side boob, even with this style, which I think is probably the widest that you're going to get tying it in the style that I just have. If you tie it as a halter neck or a like a one shoulder asymmetric, you're going to get like zero coverage. I would think possibly you may need to get a little boob tube, either in a skin color or matching one of the beautiful colors on this. I am sending it back as much as I think it's really cute, because these are not really my colors. Purple, green, yellow, not really my color, but it was probably the best of a bad lot of colors. It's elasticated at the back, which allows it to sit really nicely, really well on the back. Cute little shorts. The pockets are in a good place, which is very different from the other ones, but they are quite small. But yeah, I think it's a really cute piece. Unfortunately, as I say, it's just too much going on, too fussy with this with these infinite straps on it. Sadly, it will be going back, but you know what, if you have the time and you have the patience, or maybe you don't go to the bathroom so much, it would really be a very cute piece to have. As well, if you have the time to tie it in a style that would give you a bit more coverage on the bust area, this is actually a really nice piece. That last piece was £12.97 regular retail price. With the coupon, I probably would have paid about £11.50 or less for it. It is going back, but I do have a couple of other pieces on order and on the way, which should be with me shortly. I do hope you enjoyed today's video, and it's given you a little bit of insight into Temu if you were thinking about making an order or two just for fun. Here's a picture of a wig that I ordered from them. I don't know what I was thinking. But again, it was just a little bit of fun. I do hope you enjoyed this try on. Please do feel free to subscribe, share, like, and comment, and I will see you next time.